Welcome back. You are so tuning in to a show whose time has come. The Art of Powerful Living Radio with Robert Max Schoenfeld joining me here today is about a powerful message. Today, we're talking about the art of creating a powerful, new, and brilliant future. And the reason that that is an important conversation for us to have is because we alluded to all of you that in a few days, there will be a very special day that's coming. And we've been talking about it a lot. Other than it being Linda's birthday, of course, it's also the birthday of a couple of other folks. Robert, before we jump back into it, I know that you work with people all over the world, and your coaching incorporates various aspects of creativity. Some of it may include art, all of the above. But the thing that's most important about this is you help people step in to powerful living. How can people find out more about you?
Sure. My website's my full name, Robert Max Schoenfeld. My phone number is 206-722-1988. And I have a separate website for my art, and it is schoenfeldart.com.
Awesome. So again, let's just recap on this really fabulous day that's coming up here on the 20th. And you started to tell us why it's important, but in the context of the show today, it's also important so that we know and can tap into the energy to create this powerful vision, right?
Exactly. So once again, the date is called Rosh Hashanah, and in Hebrew that means head of the new year or head of the year. And basically, this is the time that the creator of the universe, and now get this is huge, created man and woman, mankind. So all of consciousness was created on this day. And the power of that we can use is remarkable. So there's a 24-hour period from sundown this Wednesday night till sundown Thursday night that you can use as your own personal time to meditate, reflect, be with friends, and to really set your whole goals for the next year. And what you'll find is this will be a springboard that'll make this year hopefully the most amazing year of your life.
Amazing year, but it's a springboard. And what do we need to do to prepare for the springboard? And, the reason I say that is because, sometimes I've thought I was prepared, or sometimes I thought that, maybe I didn't need to do anymore, or maybe I thought I was further along than where I was, or maybe I thought I wasn't further along than where I wanted to be. But tell us what your sense is and what you're doing.
Okay, so from the most mundane to the most spiritual, okay? So one thing I'm doing is I'm cleaning my house. So what you want to do is have your surroundings as clean as possible,
Yeah.
Inside and outside. And then I'm spending a lot of time meditation, and I'll be spending a lot of time in prayer. I'll be at synagogue for a 48-hour period. And basically, it's in a lot of silent prayer as well as collective prayer. And what we're doing is seeing if we can stir something in us that grows, is planting a new seed for new consciousness, new awareness, new, and to really see if we can create this world that we want. As I mentioned before, I think we all have that little seed in us, that burning desire to see something better than we have right now. Mm-hmm. This is a great opportunity. So what I recommend, and we'll talk about this a little later too, is that between now, you have 36 hours.
Yeah.
Spend some time in quiet. Spend some time in reflection. But also, see if your whole family, do it as a family unit. Each one spend a little time separate in reflection and meditation, writing down their vision, but then come together and share it. Have a powwow where you get together and kind of share your visions and see how you can do individual missions, but then also as a collective. It's very powerful.
And what is the timing of doing that?
So you have, like I say, 36 hours between now and sundown on Wednesday night. And then when you're in that period, that 24-hour period, that's when you just really go deeper. A lot more time in prayer, meditation, and just reflection. It's just a great opportunity. It's also, Dr. Pat, the new moon. And
Yeah.
there's an energy when the moon grows, there's an energy that grows with it.
So what I love about this is there are very specific times and there's a reason for it. But you've also created 8 ways to help us understand how to bring our vision for a brilliant life into being. And I want to talk about that and make sure we get those covered, because for people they're thinking, where do I start? Now, I know we've talked about silence and meditation and asking for this divine guidance,
Right.
but what happens after that?
Okay, great. So there are some wonderful techniques, and these are all in my book. So basically, you can review it there, and we'll also make a YouTube of this so that you can see this. But like you say, right, the first one, of course, is the silence, meditation, and prayer, and asking for guidance and for wisdom. Secondly, it's what I call living words. We are powerful, and our voice is powerful, and our words are very powerful. So if we can use words like courage, vision, certainty, abundance, freedom, and breathe those into our being, so that my whole essence is freedom. My whole essence is creativity. My whole essence is vision. And that's how I walk through my day 24/7. Very powerful.
And when we're looking at this, there's no right, there's no wrong way. It's just the essence of when we bring things together like this, to be able to look at how do we step forward. Now, again, you mentioned in your book, tell people the title of your book and how they can get a copy of it, please.
Sure. The book is called For the Love of Joy. It's a 30-day process, bring more happiness, abundance, health, and wealth into your life. And it's on Amazon. So you can find it through my name, Robert Mack Schoenfeld, or again, the title, For the Love of Joy.
Okay, so Robert, in moving through some things and creating this vision, sometimes we create a vision, but it's not a powerful one. And I was listening to someone this morning. I always start my day, listening to something uplifting for me, and I was really struck by the fact that we have been told throughout time to ask, 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 and not ask about, geez, I love to get my laundry done, but ask in the sense of the expansive nature of the universe. Ask big. What have you discovered along the way that can help people learn to move beyond the limitation of their own asking?
Excellent question. So, Dr. Pat, the way I would answer that is to know who you are. So, you are a creation of the divine, of the creator of the universe. So, you are a part of this creation. This creation is fully abundance. So basically, it's a matter of knowing who you are and living that. So, Dr. Pat, if you were the daughter of the king, how would you hold yourself? Would you hold yourself down like this, or would you hold yourself up like this? And not
Right.
with arrogance, but with clarity, with refinement, with nobility, and with grace. Grace is a wonderful word. What if we could walk through life feeling this way, that we are the child of the creator of the universe. We are the child of the master. And we exemplify that. And to show that with every word we speak, with every action we take, with every thought we have. If we could just today walk through the life, stand a little bit taller and a little bit more with your essence of who you are and shining that to the world. Dr. Pat, one of the things I'm so excited about is the idea that we are so powerful that eventually, this is where we're going, and this is the vision I would love everybody to have, that you talked about the hurricanes, and we know that there's homelessness, there's disease, there's poverty, there's still wars. What if, just by our essence, there will be no more wars? There'll be no more disease. There'll be no more hurricanes, or we can stop hurricanes just by our presence. That's where we're going. Dr. Pat, if we can hold that vision, if we can have that awareness, as not only as individuals, but the 7.4 billion people in this world have that vision, it will come about. That's how powerful we are.
Mm. Let's talk about what you have for those of you listening today on Facebook or watching on Facebook. You've even changed your style of art a little bit. You have a picture behind you. I'd love for you to talk about that for a minute.
Sure. So, as I mentioned before, my concept, my mission in life is to bring beauty and joy in this world. I am so fortunate, Dr. Pat. I get up every morning, and one of the first things I do is go out and paint. And it's been sunny here in Seattle, so I've been outside. I have a large patio, and I'm out painting every morning. It is so much fun. It's like being
Yeah.
a 5-year-old again out there, in the world. So the creative process is one of the most joyful processes there are. And the thing about the creative process, it's always changing. So, Dr. Pat, as you've seen, my paintings have evolved. You saw my paintings a couple months ago, how different they are now
Yeah.
compared to where they were. And so that's part of the joy. You know, if we're still doing the same thing 5 years from now or 5 years ago that we're doing now, there's not that there's not, you're not being creative. So every 2 days I have a breakthrough, hopefully, and that's where the joy comes from is that bubbling up of you do this and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but you're playing, and one of the things is to take it lightly also, not to take yourself too seriously, just to have fun
Right.
and be in the
Right.
creative process, be in the flow. And I think there is a flow.
Yeah.
I'll get into.
Now, when we come back, we are going to be you're going to take us on a guided meditation. Tell us a little bit about that so folks can be ready when we come back from break.
Exactly. This is going to be very powerful. What we're going to do is see if we can actually find your mission by putting you into a very quiet state. So you need to be able to close your eyes. So only do this if you're not driving, if it's safe to do so. So if you can, find some place that's quiet, that you won't be disturbed for about 10, 15 minutes, and let's have some fun.
Awesome. Let's take a short break, everyone. We'll be right back. The Art of Powerful Living Radio, Robert Schoenfeld, and I'm Dr. Pat. We'll be right back with a fabulous guided meditation.